Hi friends, my name is Al, or at Lilstarnerd on Instagram, and it is that time again. It is Sketchbook Tour time, our favorite time around here. I finished this 2 days ago. It started in September, ended in April, so around 7 months. If you saw my last Sketchbook Tour, if you haven't, go watch all of my other Sketchbook Tours after this one. I was feeling really low in the last sketchbook, and it kind of did transfer over into this one. I didn't quite get back into my groove. There are definitely some pieces that I absolutely love in here and will stick with me for a while. But overall, as a whole, I'm not super in love with this sketchbook, but that's okay. It's just a sketchbook. But yeah, this is a Strathmore mixed media. I will repeat, a Strathmore mixed media. I think the size is like 7.5 times like 9 or 10 or something like that. It's like a slightly weird size. That was so loud. But that being said, let's get right into it. Let me show you the things that I like. Let's go. All right, so here she is. I don't have that many artist stickers on it this time. I have some Chris Hong, September Wildflowers, or Ruth Spear, and I have some Sarah stickers on the back. Here's another Sarah sticker. I have a lot of like touristy ones. That's not really touristy ones. I have No Issue, a lot of Harry Potter stickers. And then I have this Bucky Barnes up here, which I love. I'm obsessed with this sticker from St. Augustine. So good, so good. And then I have my I Voted and my frog stamp. They were just so cute. I had to keep one for myself. Then I have a few more touristy ones inside. So here's the first page. It actually started as a She-Ra illustration that I was going to do with marker, but it was just turning out so poorly. It was like straight up ugly, honestly. And I kind of moved on, and I was going to like finish it later, but I just didn't like it, so I came back and I covered it with gouache. This is, I think, like the first real gouache piece that I did, if I remember right. I don't know. Or at least one of the first few. One of the first few gouache pieces where I was really understanding what I was doing with gouache. It's from Carrie. I really liked the picture. I just seemed very, like, I love the colors, the aesthetic, the vibe, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out. It's pretty hot. What do I say here? It's popular in my store. I sell it as a print. It did really well. It's sold out right now, but it'll come back if you want to cop one for yourself. But I really like the way this turned out. So these are for Drawtober. There was a prompt to do stuff on sticky notes. They're just girls, just random girls. And then I have a Freddie Mercury down here, which is in marker. I really like the way this turned out. I think it's satisfying. Over here is a page of nonsense. I have my Himi gouache testing the colors and the packaging that I really liked. And then I have frogs. Here's Party Frog. I think I have a few stickers left. I don't know if I will by the time this goes up, but if you want these stickers, I have them on my shop. This is a spread that I really, really like. This was the piece that I did to test, like to post for the Himi gouache. It's an old Absinthe ad. I really, really like it. Like the way it turned out. And then here is a Leyen Decker recreation study on top of some Washi Tape and a quote from that guy that everyone loves, that poet. Literally cannot remember his name right now. I'm sure you know the guy though. But I really like the way this looks. Some more Drawtober. This was from Sarah's prompt list. This is Picnic. Obviously it's a picnic blanket. Then this is just some line work that I just needed something to like fill this space. It's fine. It's whatever. I'm not good at lines. I like the way I wrote antiques though. And then this is one of my favorite things that I've ever done. It is a recreation of John William Waterhouse's Lamia. I made it gay, and I really, really, really like it. I'm really proud of it. I'm definitely gonna make some prints of this for the next shop update. This was my first attempt at the post-it prompt. I have crows, a lot of crows that are around my house. They literally wait outside my window on the fence and they just hang out there. And I swear to God, these are magical crows. I'm not kidding, I'm not exaggerating. Multiple times I have seen them seemingly clear out people's gutters. Like they will go down the line of someone's house and just like a few of them in a row will just like pick out all the leaves. They don't appear to be looking for anything. They're just cleaning out the gutters. It's crazy. I love watching them. There's some weird crows, I'm not gonna lie, but I love them. And then I have a self-portrait. This was also for Drawtober. I love doing self-portraits. This is one of my favorites that I've ever done. I really like the way this turned out. I think my hair could use a little bit more substance, but I really like the way this looks. And then I have this song quote, which is a way that I like to like fill up empty like space in things, but I hadn't done this in a while. I hadn't worked on bigger stuff for a while, so I kind of lost the ability to do it, and so this kind of ruins it, but I still really like the portrait. Okay, so these are some studies, recreations of still life. And then I have some washi tape, but I really like the way these turned out. This is not something that I normally do. I don't do stuff like this, so this was really fun. That's terrible. It's done with gouache. I love the colors. I really like these two specifically. This was so fun. I really enjoyed doing those. And then this was another prompt. I think it might have been Sarah's, but it was scissors. So this was the 6th. It is what it is, I guess. I like it. This was testing some new washi tape that I had gotten. And then this was just to study. I had taken a picture of, maybe from Botanical Gardens, some like leaves. When I like the texture or colors and stuff, I'll take a picture and try to recreate it. But I wasn't really feeling it. And I tried to tape it in, but it falls out pretty easily. So here is an interesting spread. This is a Drawtober piece. I think it was like your workspace or something like that. And I've seen this in a lot of the, what are they called? Oh my God. Like Cal Art sketchbooks, where they will, is that eraser? Yeah. Where they'll like do like really detailed line work from their perspective, like with their hands on their sketchbook. And I really like that concept. So I kind of copied it. And I'm actually really happy with the way this turned out. I think it looks really cool. It was really fun to do. It was nice to just go straight in with pen and not really care about like whether this line is gonna be right, you know what I mean? And blocking in like shadows was really fun. And then I have some stuff from an airport, just doodles while I was killing time. I actually really like these two things. This is a sketch for a piece that I did, and then this is like, if you've ever played this game where like you doodle one thing and then the other person has to build off of it. It's one that I did with my sister. I'm in love with it. I think it's great. There's a chicken holding a gun on top of a soccer ball. Bird holding a knife. It's great. Love it. This is more Drawtober stuff. I think it was Mosstober, it might have been. It was a page of studies. So I did manatees because I love manatees. So we have some pencil sketches, trying to get the simplified shapes, and then I went in with color. And I really like the way this turned out. This is also a print that is available. Here we have studies from some of my favorite movies. We have Knives Out, Secret Life of Walter Mitty. I always call it Walter Mitty, so I never know the full title. And then The Conjuring, and I'm not gonna lie, this is not one of my favorite movies. It was just like I was trying to find like one last screen cap to do, but I think it's called Black Swan, right? You know what I'm talking about. This is a pencil portrait of Zendaya. It's not, I don't like it. I really don't like it. I really exaggerated her facial structure. I'm not a fan. I'm really not. But it is what it is. I was just kind of trying to use the page, so it's fine. I don't care. This, I think, was just for fun. I was just doing some anatomy sketches. I really like this one. That one's pretty good. This is a prompt. It was like a self-portrait about how you're feeling. And I was feeling very happy, so I, made a sun. And then this is just lyrics that I really liked. It has nothing to do with how I was feeling. It's literally just how I felt. And then this right here on the other page, I met up with Sarah, and she like every time, the 2 times we met up, we like trade sketchbooks and do something in each other's pages. And she used brown, and so it literally looks like he dookied himself, which is really cute. So I just added that just because I thought it was really funny. So this is Sarah's page. Love her art. I'm gonna leave her stuff down below. Check her out. She drew me a Draco. This is her character. Absolutely love it. And then here is a Sebastian Stan from the movie We Have Always Lived in the Castle. Recently watched that movie for the first time, and I love it. I'm absolutely obsessed. Probably one of my new favorite movies. But I did this before I had watched that movie, and I love it. I think it turned out so good. Like, I'm still really, really, really proud of it. I very rarely do fabric, and I think it turned out really good. I think I did a really good job with the fabric. Like, I'm still impressed. I still really, really like this piece. I think it looks really good. Here's a gouache portrait. I was really into just doing like bigger pieces in the sketchbook for some reason. I posted it on Instagram, and unfortunately, it's someone with I think it's pronounced vitiligo, that's what it is. Unfortunately, people were like really rude about it, like 8-year-old level of immaturity, which I was really surprised. I'm not used to any sort of negativity on my page, so I deleted those obviously, but it's fine. Like, it wasn't supposed to be like a good big effort, like a lot of effort type thing. It was just like a quick little portrait. I like it. I think it looks good. And then we have washi tape. This is a sticker from Sarah, and I just did like these little portraits. This is also a sticker that's available of some girls being gal pals, you know, gals being pals. Yeah, I like it. I think it's really cute. Is this gonna come off? No. Okay. So, oh, I did it wrong. That's so dumb. Okay. So this is a spread that I did with you guys on a video. It was just like drawing girls, and I had a lot of fun doing it. I really like these two. This one, I feel like if I had completed a second and done the background, I would have liked it just as much, but it just looks like empty and random. But I really like these. I started this one and it just wasn't working well, and I was gonna go back and add to it, but then I didn't. So I just tucked a little self-portrait that I did of myself in just to put it somewhere. This is with watercolor. It's not very flattering, but I do like the way it looks. Like, I like the way it turned out. It's just not like particularly flattering to me. And then I wanted to mark for the new year where I was at with my follower counts and stuff. So that's all that is. This is a thing that I found inside a book, I'm pretty sure, so I just taped it in. These are of like OCs. The ones that I think I have stuck with me the most are from Stardew Valley. They don't have any sort of storyline. I just really like their character designs. This is the first character I ever made. Absolutely love them. And then this is like a new one, and I really liked him as well. They have, like I said, no storyline, no purpose. They're just existing, and they're really fun to draw. And then here is my 2021 goals. Not much to say about that. Here is another spread that you guys watched me do, at least these parts. These are subscribers/followers that I drew. They're beautiful and wonderful. And then to fill the empty space, I just did some pen sketches. I really like the way these turned out. Not so much the feet. I can't draw feet. Like this video, if you can't draw feet. I seriously cannot draw feet.
Now for an officially sanctioned ad.
Thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video and supporting me and so many other creatives on this platform. Skillshare is an awesome online learning community for all sorts of creative and curious people, offering thousands of classes on practically any subject you can imagine. Whatever creative hobby you want to try, Skillshare has it. Comic making, character design, photography, portraiture, all of that is just at the tip of your fingers with Skillshare. Right now, I'm watching Design Great Stuff, How to Make Merch with Draplin by Aaron Draplin. As I get more into the swing of things with my store, I'm realizing that there's a whole other world of like merch that I could venture into with his guidance. Skillshare is made specifically with learning in mind, which means there are no ads and they're always launching new premium classes so you can stay focused and follow wherever your creativity and passion takes you. And it's less than $10 a month with an annual subscription. We all know and love Skillshare, so now's your chance to try it out because the first 1,000 people to use my link get a free trial of Skillshare Premium membership. When you guys click those links, it's not only giving you guys a fun opportunity, but it also really helps me out. All right, back to the sketchbook. This is kind of, I don't know, just a page, I guess. This is my teeth. I'm going through some oral surgeries and I just have a lot of dental issues, and it's something that I've always felt weird about. And I just wanted to paint it, I guess. This is the first time I think that I did, yeah, I think that's the first time I ever did like the pink underwash base color, whatever, that I do all the time now. And I really liked the way it turned out, so I kept doing it. Here are, I think, some doodle prompts. And then this is just, I think for New Year's Eve, someone performed in this outfit and I loved the silhouette, so I drew it. So gouache. And then this is a piece from an old sketchbook that I recreated now. And it was just me. And I used to like, so when I was in my dorm, I used to like literally live in like these huge sweatpants and like these huge sweatshirts or like t-shirts. But the silhouette was weirdly satisfying. And so I would take pictures and I did like basically this just in a different outfit and it was me. This instead is my sister who I had pose for me, but I just like kind of recreated, they're different poses, but I loved the effect in the old sketchbook. So I recreated it and I still really like it. These are OC's. Oh, so is this. I was trying to get back into drawing them. Didn't work, didn't take. Here is watercolor pencil. I was trying to do a portrait with. Here's a Sarah sticker. Gouache. This is an idea that I've had in my head for a while. I love yellow light and blue shadow being like super saturated and like contrasty like that. So I drew it and I really like them. I think they're cute. Here's where things start to kind of devolve in this sketchbook. I think, yeah, from this point onwards, it's just a little bit random. I mean, it's all random, but... Okay, where do I start with this? So here's these are with Ecoline pens, which is why they didn't bleed through. It's just, I saw a dress on my Instagram feed, explore page, and redid it in my own way, I guess. This must be a quote from a podcast. Doodles, 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 thin. Is that with gouache? These are with gouache. I really like this dog. This was a character that I was fiddling with. Didn't lead to anywhere. I just wanted to draw someone with 3 feet. And then, even though I can't draw feet, so what was I thinking? And then this is a start of a small phase where I was really enjoying doing scenery from my head. I very rarely do stuff like purely from my imagination. And this was kind of the first time I ventured out into that, and I really liked the result, and so I kept doing it. This is with gouache. So here's a continuation of me making stuff up from my head. So these are all like from my head. This was an idea that I had. I don't think it turned out quite the way I was expecting. This was also me really getting used to using gouache, specifically the Himi gouache. The colors are never quite what I expect them to be. So this like wasn't the colors I was wanting. I really like this one and I really like this one. I was getting used to like the colors and stuff. And then, yeah, just doodles. This is all gouache. I really like this snake. Another snake. I did this snake and it turned out really ugly, so I redid it. And then I have portraits over here. This is I bought 3 Prismacolor markers. I don't know if I like them. I don't know. Here's a Yennefer, and then here is just a random portrait. Not much to see, honestly. Here's where I was watching Danny Phantom. It was on Amazon Prime. Oh, you had to subscribe to the Nick thing. So I got like a few episodes in, and then so I did a free subscription, like a free trial of like watching Nick, whatever. And then it was like, actually, you also have to pay for each individual episode on top of paying for the subscription. So I stopped, which is a bummer because I love Danny Phantom, but I was watching it, so I was doodling him as well. And then I have some Buckies down here. This is my dog. I needed an example for a pet portrait for my commissions, so I just drew my dog really fast and I really like it. This is a random quote. I realized after I had like written it all down that I was making my dog say it, which is kind of weird. It was just one of those things that's like stuck in your head and you're like, yeah, no, that makes sense and I should definitely write it down. And then here is Rachel Maxey. Maxey. I don't know why I was gonna think that was wrong. Rachel Maxey. The babies are taking over. So here is where a company, Sketchy, reached out to me and wanted me to be one of their teachers for gouache and watercolor portraiture classes, and I needed examples, and I didn't really have any solid just portraits, so I got some royalty-free references, and I did some really quickly, and I actually really like the way both of these turned out. This one has some bleed through here, everywhere basically, but it's fine, I still like it. And then here's a spread that I did, or a page that I did with you guys. What is that? Okay. And it's just tigers. I did this with you guys, right? Yeah, I did. Just tigers. And then here is a fun exercise that is always featured in my sketchbooks. And this is where you have someone draw really random shapes for you with markers, colorful markers. Can I speak English? Colorful markers. And then you draw on top of whatever you see. And I always love doing this. It's such a fun, easy exercise. And so here are some of them. Some highlights are Cowboy, this little guy, and where's my other favorite? I know I have another one. Oh, I think I like these two. But I really like this one. That's my favorite. Here's just a random gouache piece. I just wanted to... I went through a phase many sketchbooks ago of drawing like dog mouths. And it's really fun. I was like looking through old sketchbooks for inspiration, and I came across that and I was like, yeah, I should do that again. So here's that. And I really like the way it turned out. Bueno. This is Couture Courtesan. Courtesan? I don't know. Courtesan? That's not right. I don't know how you pronounce that word. It's just an Instagram account who does like... I've had a lot of vintage fashion on my Instagram Explore page. And I really liked it, so I drew it. This is from my head. Practicing using grids. Oh, this was inspired by a Drawing with Waffles video. That's what that is. And then this is just a really basic knight. I think the reference is from Pinterest, and a frog. Both of these are marker, gouache. This is a failed attempt. It's a portrait, I think... Oh, this is not a royalty-free reference. It just doesn't look good. I think just because I don't know what it was. Normally, like, I don't have an issue with, like, watering down the gouache paint. But this time, it was just being watered down way too much to the point that it, like, kept... No matter how many layers, it was still transparent. And it was not cute. It didn't look... And I just gave up. As you do. And then here are all OCs. This is... Sweetie from Stardew Valley, Brady, Harvey, Cameron, Michael, Harvey, Brady. I really like this page, this style of doodling. This is another thing that is basically directly referenced from an old sketchbook when I was looking for inspiration, and I really liked the old doodle, so I tried to recreate it, and I don't know, they're both good. I like them better in different ways, but they definitely are different, but... Yeah, I really like the style. It's just like pen. Clearly it doesn't mix well with marker, but I did it anyways. Yeah, I really like this page. Kind of blew up on Instagram. Blowing up as much as things blow up on my page now, considering how terrible the algorithm is. Venom. I'm still kind of in like a Venom phase where like all I low-key care about is like Venom. Like I love Venom. But this is a page of doodles. This is Steve and Bucky, Taco, random doodles. Went to the Ringling Museum, so I taped that in there. This is watercolor. I just am enjoying doing buildings and settings and scenery and stuff. At least I'm trying to expand my horizons. So I got this reference from Pinterest. I really like the steps. I realized, so I have an oval, like, prong, like, $8 watercolor palette. The white works like gouache. It's freaking amazing. And I discovered that while working with this, and I really had fun with this. I want to do more stuff like it. We have Sebastian Stan. I've been noticing that on people's faces, there's like, do I have a pencil around? No. There's like this triangular shadow from the edges of eyes to the nose, and then there's like another triangle from the cheekbone down to the mouth. And so I was trying to like see if I could recreate. I like the way it looks. I really like it. I just think it needs to be maybe not just in gray, like maybe with value, like color would look good, but I think I was onto something. But it's something that I've been noticing when I look at people. There's like this distinctive like triangle below the eyes. Then I tried to recreate it. And then here's just a scenery with colored pencil. I did this probably in the last few days, just like filling in blank spaces. And then this is a Patreon reward for the March and April playlist that I did on my typewriter, and I drew that stuff and I just taped it in because I had nothing else to do with it. This is a story thing that I'm developing. So if you haven't heard of Hawaii Part 2, it's an album for like a fake musical, and I am obsessed with it. I have been for like a year. It's so good. I can't even... Some of the songs have like blown up on TikTok a little bit, but like the whole musical, like listen to the whole musical all the way through. It's so good. It's so good. And I was like, I've been listening to it so much that I definitely have like my own story for it in my head that's very developed. And so I tried to like develop these characters, and in here I have, can I open it? Can I get in? Oh yeah, I can. In here I have like all my notes about like the actual story itself. But yeah, I've kind of abandoned it because like, when do I actually follow through? But I really like it. Here's a horse that I woke up one day with this image in my head, so I had to draw it. And then here is a plan for some pride stickers. So here's where I bought Artist Loft watercolor markers. Were on sale for like $1 or something like that. So I got 6 these colors. And they actually worked really well. Like, I think they look like this. They look so pretty. I really like them. So I did this frog to just like use all of them in one go, which is not great looking, but I really actually like those, which is a shocker because I don't really like Artist Loft, but they did good. Here's randomness. Here, like, I think about, let's see. Probably about here is where I started just not caring. Like, there's always a point when you get to the end of your sketchbook where you just don't care and you're just like desperately waiting for it to end. And that's like the point where that started. So here I'm taping in a bunch of stuff. This is nonsense. This is absolute nonsense. None of this is cute or good or effort. Like, this is just nonsense. Here is some doodle requests. This nonsense. Someone requested a frog with sweet in its mouth, mushroom, cat with a knife, otters, duck with a floral hat. Favorite character, I'm rewatching 16 right now. It's all on YouTube. And for some reason, I'm obsessed with Jude. Didn't think I would attach myself to a character of a old 2000s Canadian TV show this hard, but I am. Here we are. It is what it is. But yeah, I'm like low-key obsessed with him right now. And then we have an astronaut dog, a cat going through an identity crisis is I think what it was, and then a clown doing the :D face, a happy clown. Yeah, this is like so bare. This is so sparse. I just didn't care anymore. We have the cowboy from a recent video, and it transferred over pretty distinctly, so I just didn't bother putting anything on this page because I knew it would just be ruined. But love her. Queen! I actually really like this. I still really like it. So here's some more color pencil landscapes, scenery settings, just for funsies. Just didn't really have anything else I wanted to do. I really like the way they look. I like that you can't quite tell what's going on in them. I think that's fun. And then I have some more Jude from 16. Someone tell me why I'm projecting so hard onto this character who I have nothing in common with. Like, someone tell me why I love him so much. But I do. I also like the style, like the animation of the show. I think it's really satisfying. I've always loved, if you know, like if you've ever seen the show, their faces have like a gradient from a slightly like warmer, darker color into their skin tone. Like at the top, it's like darker, and at the bottom, it's lighter. And I've always, ever since I was a child and I watched that show, I noticed and I really liked the way that looked. I think it's a really good choice. I don't know. I really like the show. And then we come to the last page. once I got my typewriter working again, I just needed any excuse to use it. So I had people on Instagram give me words, and I like did little silly poems out of them. The words were chlamydia, lettuce, goose, patchouli, I think brine maybe, charcuterie board, moist, and I think barred maybe. And then this is just a note I gave to my sister, and she wrote that on it. And then it was done. As you can tell, as always with sketchbooks, at least my sketchbooks, the last few pages are minimal effort, pretty bare, pretty sparse, in my desperation to just finish it up. And that was certainly the case this time. But yeah, that is the sketchbook. Overall, nothing particularly groundbreaking in it, nothing that I think will, I mean, there's a few things here and there that will stick with me, probably like Lamia, the Manatees, Party Frog, but overall could be better, and I'm hoping that in this next sketchbook I kind of find that spark again and my love for sketchbooks. But yeah, it is what it is. It was definitely fun. I love this this brand of sketchbook. I definitely recommend it for anyone who uses multiple medias. It handles everything really well. But yeah, so that's the video. I'm gonna stop talking. That's the video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you like my sketchbook. If you did like watching this, I have 3 other sketchbook tours that you can go watch. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, yada, 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 share. And I hope you have a great day. Go wash your hands. Go work in your own sketchbook. Go pet your dog, and go do smart. Bye, guys.